Awareness file AQ7-484.22. Field report, the human situation, year 2375, Earth records. Complaint transcript. Earth tourists are like termites, charming in a tragic way, insatiable, unaware of the damage they leave in their wake. They come with stories, selfies, and delusions of meaning, then leave before the ecosystem collapses. Ninth dimensional correspondence. Observer. IIO-46. Planetary Consciousness Interference Tracking. Galactic Council Liaison. Chaos and Dissonance Monitoring. Spiral Quadrant 7. B. The Galactic Council. Guardians of Cosmic Balance. To describe a ninth-dimensional being as an entity is convenient but wildly insufficient. IIO-46 is best understood as a cohesion of electromagnetic awareness, a harmonized intelligence waveform capable of both expansion and singular focus, unified yet fluid, localized yet non-linear. Assigned to the Chaos and Dissonance Monitoring Division, Quadrant 7B of the Great Spiral, IIO-46 serves in what many across dimensions affectionately refer to as the Community Complaints Attendant for the bargain bin end of the galaxy. They're not without ambition, of course. There were plans, aspirations, a transfer to the Harmonic Council, perhaps, a seat in the Interdimensional Oversight Committee. But now there's this situation, a species-induced metaphysical mess that, if left unresolved, could very well throw the entire Milky Way's harmonic grid out of sync. And if that happens, well, there goes any chances of promotion this millennium, right out the proverbial interdimensional window. We've received another complaint in Quadrant 7B of the Great Spiral. They report ongoing concerns regarding the species designated Homo sapiens, known colloquially across realms as Earth humans. Though technically ranked within the moderate high-functioning primates category, Earth humans continue to pose unique metaphysical challenges to local dimensional balance. The Great Fracture, as archived in our multi-dimensional history matrix, destabilized their inner constructs of time, identity, and relationality. This rupture, while minor at first, has had compounding effects, particularly noticeable in the quadrant containing Earth and its outworld colonies. The issue is this: despite several evolutionary invitations, Earth humans failed to transcend their own myth of exceptionalism and integrate their lower nature. They insist on being the protagonists of every story, even when it's clearly a tragedy. Galactic Context Update. After achieving commercialized space travel, Earth records 2,150, humans began systematically colonizing nearby systems, terraforming according to Earth-centric aesthetics, i.e., monocultural design, hyper-consumerist imprinting, and competitive governance models. Contrary to protocol, they did not consult the Planetary Consciousness Council before initiating their plans. We chose, perhaps unwisely, to observe and allow. Since the neutralization of the nuclear threat, circa 2035, they were deemed mostly harmless, if somewhat loud and pungent. Yet it appears they never quite outgrew the inner adolescent developmental stage they refer to as narcissism. Over the last 225 Earth years, their unchecked expansion has created a kind of metaphysical rash. Their colonized system is now like badly managed energetic acne, with multiple planetary nodes sprouting chaotic dissonance. Recently, these nodes came into astrological alignment, as a sacred geometric configuration, of course, which is now self-amplifying the flare-up and becoming rather inconvenient. In short, the fragmentation they refuse to acknowledge within themselves is now mirrored at a cosmological level, beautifully and catastrophically, sending waves of electromagnetic dysfunction spiraling out into otherwise peaceful galactic neighborhoods. And we're receiving a number of complaints. Proposed response. A multi-realm investigation is underway. Under interdimensional law and sentient species coercion guidelines, any timeline redirection protocols must proceed with extreme delicacy. We cannot simply delete this stream of reality and hope for reintegration. The human psyche, in its current configuration, is too fragile and volatile. Without care, we risk hysterical dispersion, mass delusion, an instant sense of self-implosions, and, well, we've all seen what they do when one of their systems glitches. The Council of Harmonic Governance has proposed one final experiment. A backup activation. It's a prophecy, ancient, dormant, a little unfinished, but the lovers shall recalibrate the axis when all else fails. Yes, that one. It appears one viable avatar has recently been activated by the spiral stream of consciousness. We recommend initiating the prophecy of the lovers sequence within him with continual observation. Summary of recommendations. Deploy subtle convergence markers. Allow the dormant threads of the prophecy of the lovers to unfurl. Do not interfere directly. Send fractal updates through dreams as awareness anchors to pre-selected humans. Monitor vibrational shifts across the outworld planets and Earth-human colonies. If the experiment fails, a mass termination order may be issued under Protocol C-19, Ecosystem Reclamation and Dimensional Stabilization Act. This would include total reality stream closure for all affected human-occupied planets, dimensional quarantine, and the initiation of a planetary seeding sequence to reset ecosystemic harmonics. Estimated timeline for review, 139 Earth years. At that time, a final either-or directive will be determined, based on the relational outcome of all current redirection attempts. For now, we watch, we listen, we wait. 0046 Ninth Dimensional Observer. Division, Planetary Consciousness Interference Tracking. Filed, Galactic Cycle 484.22, Earth Year 2375. End transmission.